administration will be taking care of the hospital bills of the survivors, and also emphasized that the administration will continue to ensure that sanity in terms of structures returns to the FCT. He also sympathized with families of those who have lost their lives.
It's unfortunate for the two Arabs. I will please go to the permanent secretary to make sure that funds are raised to visit these for those who are rescued, so that we don't need to hear any matters that have passed on, and that should be done immediately.
Heads of agencies, security organizations, as well as the SAPI of Garki were among the early callers to the scene.
Well, at the moment, one cannot quantify the amounts of property destroyed in this unfortunate incident. So many people are still counting their losses and also expectant of something good to come out in terms of support from governments and well-meaning Nigerians to cushion their effects of the hits. Abdullah.
Akwa Ibom State's Government House, or Speaker of Akwa Ibom State Government House of Assembly, Udoma Otong, is calling on the Assembly staff and the Assembly Service Commission to shun acts of indolence and redundancy at workplace. Assembly correspondent Sika Okon reports that this was during an interface with Assembly staff at the Assembly complex in Uyo.
The Speaker, Mr. Otong, while commending staff of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly for their contributions to the success of the legislative arm of government and the development of the state, stressed the need for them to redouble efforts aimed at fulfilling the tasks of the 8th Assembly. The Speaker says the Assembly is committed to improving the welfare of our workers and warned against absenteeism and loitering during official hours.
I am one of you. I was the chairman of Joint Public Service Negotiating Council of Akwa Ibom State 2014-2016. I'm a retired worker, so I know where it pinches the worker. I know what I can do for the workers. I know what the workers can do for me. So we need to do a lot for the benefit of the workers and for our delivery services to the people of Akwa Ibom State.
The clerk of the House, Nsika Abasi Orok, and the State Chairman, Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN, Udwak Obong-Okon, thanked the Speaker for being pragmatic and concerned about well-being of workers of the Assembly.
For the Assembly to succeed, the staff must contribute their bits. So we've come here expectant, knowing that there is no way our Father will speak to us without us going back happy.
In the implementation of autonomy as approved by the Constitution and signed by President Muhammadu Buhari, our state has not yet keyed into that process. But we know our brother states like Bayelsa, Delta, they are enjoying the same things in their different states. Then implementation of consolidated legislative salary structure, CONLES, has not also been highlighted in our chapter.
The meeting is the first by the Speaker Udoma Otong since the inauguration of the 8th Assembly on June 9, 2023. In Uyo, Nsika Okon, NTA News.
Now, a magistrate court in Cross River State has sentenced 14 miners to 6 months imprisonment for illegal mining and attack on park rangers, which led to their death in Cross Rivers National Park. Charles Alpha give us the details.
Judge of the Akampa Magistrate Court, Okokonesen, found 14 miners guilty of illegal mining and illegal entry of the park, which they pleaded guilty to. In a statement signed by the Conservator General of National Park Service, Ibrahim Goni, the judge said the activity of the illegal miners in the park contravened the service's laws The judge added that the violation left the court with no option than to jail each of the minors for 6 months or a fine of 200,000 naira each as provided for by the Services Law. The Conservator General said the convicted illegal minors have been confined to Correctional Service Center in Calabar to serve their jail terms, having failed to pay their fines. In a similar development, 37 illegal minors were arrested at the Old Oyo National Park, while 2 of its officers were killed during a joint patrol operation to curb their illegal activities at the Akpata Abu axis of the park last month.
It's for the federal government with other agency, military and paramilitary, to invade that place and bring an end to this kind of notorious acts.
The illegal minors have been handed over to the Nigerian Correctional Center in Ibadan. The Conservator General called on all stakeholders of wildlife and environmental management in Nigeria and beyond to join the service in ridding the parks of illegal miners and other wildlife offenders to allow the service achieve the purpose of its establishments for national development. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Now, the Akwa Ibom State Police Command is collaborating with Sokoto and Zamfara State Command to ensure safe release of prospective corps members adopted along highway in Zamfara State. In a telephone conversation with NTA News, the spokesperson for the police in the state, Odiko McDon, assured that the police, in collaboration with sister security agencies, is working assiduously to ensure their release. The 8 corps members were traveling inside an AKTC bus from Uyo to Sokoto en route Zamfara State to take part in the mandatory national service when their vehicle was intercepted along a highway in Zamfara. When NTA News visited AKTC Park to speak with the management on the situation, it was learned that they are already outside the state on the matter, while the NYSC officials acknowledge receipt of the case and are on it with the security agencies. NTA News is keeping track on the matter and will keep you updated as situations unfolds. Now, to keep children focused and abreast for next academic session, the future parents and some schools are engaging children in different skills acquisition. Meti Eyo, who visited some schools and training centers in the metropolis, brings us updates.
In a dynamic world like ours, where new trends of fashion, recipes, styles, technique, and innovation continuously evolved, acquisition and development of skill become necessary when opportunity presents itself. Acquiring skills during the holiday for kids is very important and interesting, as it will help keep them on track and harness the talents in them outside academic activities for another productive stage of their life.
The students were sent to learn different skills. They learned repairing of phones, some learned sewing. They've also been taught bead making.
This holiday lesson span from academic are trying to revive their memory so that as they're coming back to start next academic year, they will be sound.
We don't just rely on certificate. Acquisition of skill is very, very pertinent. Sewing, bead making, confectionaries, they are all good. If this is combined, we now have a total child trained.
Some children express delight to learn different skills like coding, tailoring, dancing, and other available skills for the holiday.
I always have passion for singing. The future, other skills will be needed, but the future is looking forward to using of all the advanced technologies and other things.
And I'm learning how to code games and animations.
My advice is that they should find anything that they are good at and start developing it.
No doubt, investing in skill acquisition for children can be a gateway to finding new careers opportunity for the future. In Uyo, Meti Eyo, NTA News.
And that report wraps up our AM news. Just before I go, a quick look at our major stories. Governor in Umoino has flagged off construction of 4.2 kilometers roads in Oron. You also heard in the news that more roads have received government's attention in Itu and Ikorekpene local government area. And that's the news. We thank you very much for being part. Remember that to be a star, let's join NTA's campaign against rape and rapists. Until 7 p.m. for another bulletin. Please stay safe.
Kara Akwa Seru Moino aberen dutem Udiong Song ame 4.2 km ke Oron. Ukara Akwa said etiong erisem pembanga Udiong me usong ke mengko ukara itu yi korek bene. Akwa emesero anyang meru wemedi mo Samson yai ko membok nyen sini nom mufo kubagan senemi. Adai wuru kara Akwa Ibom State Umoino aberinam editongo Udiong Song ame 1.1 km Spring Road kenko kara ikorek bene nkomboganam no diong abu ke yai kuenge utomoro kufang ofiong ita yai kombogomi oyogo.
Ete kusong itangami anekerom po atukumbono wosirong kembe nguru akpan litofang wera secondary ekoto Gority Secondary School. Akene nangado edemek bedep litofang werero ikatikte sesanga esanik batke won fangwet. Ado idare san bono wo ama woda oyogo kendara akamukara state nyen akede pikpat kusongoro siaro wo ukuro miero mboge mommo kedi wariswa age boyo kekede na aka namma aruna mo bere ndutamo babu songomi akamukara nyen ama sok ama nasin iko ku forobo ke ukarimo aya soka iso arisio mempo adrinam no wemeneme mbono wo ke state mi ayesinu yoko mbono we ko to contractors ki kom makarabo yakamo ebenide mammo what ndara utum se mo ediongo adiando bo ke ukara yakuno mo adon ke tuko me utum tru eteke ati war of young December akiswa 2023 mi kutemo mi ayake war utat mi kuyo Agnes Okure okombak.
Akwa atangiko ku fogutem ubombet Akwa Ibom State ude motong anom bonu fogutem ubombet era no mention sio nkokukara item korambone na mutem ku fogutem ro abo yaresio irem ekbong idiok usong unamutem ado yaresani fak enam ubiang utem monno fon anyaka tang mi ko mi nanga keni yaga neme yembon u fogutem ro kuyo yai kombomi
kiko tatang ko ku form state nyine ka tanga ete ude motong ama kombone na mutum ku form state nyin ke mendara ikike ye iberedem amma no ronye hadikit mboke utomo saram fon ku form state nyin anya tanke ke ni beredem amma no romi anam timpo adrodi u form state nyin ama na adrodi state nyin anya masro ngo ki mo yai diara ye mo inam utomba to kondo nkot aswa kaka iso ba ke state nyin anya ma tang aso ngote yar mo ebenu to mo nte takpan pokid ke awo se wo sanga ki ni utum nko ke wotme utum kemi aridom podo kidi fonon ko idi benen korisen ke fa utum anya ma nyo so tang ki mo idi so kaka iso ina mentim po ino mo kiko wodogo Clark ku forme state nyin ma nsikara basi rock aketanga nkoro wodogo ati wodno ebogonye di kente pasan ke state nyin odwa bon okun anya ma kom atatanga ko ku forme state nyin koro fun mbone na mutum ku forme state nyin kendara ntimpo mai na meno me anamutum do Among Manyu walk Mamma Yadiana, Yemme, a bombet, Batokondo, Utomosa, Mfon. Emmanuel Srenam Yadion, Kemi, Ado, a Pamboro, Atatan Kokufombe State, New de Moton, and Yegeton, Ekeben Nenum, Nteta Tan Kokufombe State, Nin Kafion Sen, or Soke Kafion, it's your kid. Kiswa, Isoki Sanami, Kuyo, and Sika, Kono Kombo, NTA.
Ogangan, Yagisiong Idemic Bongan, Uro, Yendo Swara, Yagadiana Keri Bobo Bionian, Manato, Ridia Fon, Iniso, Aquaibum, Nitaka, and Tembok Yan Kubaran Senemi Trero, and Young Meru Wemedi Mo Samson, is also welcome Bangotong to Nubreyo.